Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode here at the Noble Way. I am so excited. I got my whole family here. Not all of my family, but most of my family here. It is Christmas. We're here. We are at Christmas Eve, and we decided that we wanted to celebrate Christmas Eve as a family all together by coming back to our old romping grounds, Port Orleans Riverside. We have not been here in several years, since before COVID. It was closed down, and we're actually here to eat Christmas Eve dinner at Boatwright's. So I am excited. This is my absolute favorite hotel. We've stayed at every single hotel, pretty much every hotel. There's like a couple we haven't. Everything from the Wilderness Lodge to the Contemporary Hotel to All-Star Hotels, all the hotels. We've stayed at them all. This is absolutely my favorite hotel of all the hotels in Disney. And so I am so excited to be back here, to check this place back out, see it for the holidays. We're going to eat Christmas Eve dinner at Boatwright. We're going to revisit our old romping grounds, do a little bit of video, so stay tuned. I am excited. It's Christmas. We're at our favorite hotel. It's one of the biggest hotels as well in all of Disney, so I'm excited that it's reopened. Stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great episode. Coming into Disney Port Orleans Riverside. This hotel used to be called Dixie Landings way back in the day. There's Fulton's General Store over there. I'll take a look through that a little bit later. Oh yeah. It has been a while since I have been in here. There's the entrance to Fulton's General Store from the inside. There's also an outside entrance. Here's the main lobby where you would check in. Not very crowded at the moment. Of course, it is late at night. During the holidays. Not a lot of people checking in, apparently. Oh, this brings back memories. This brings back memories. Usually there is a pretty decent line right here of people waiting to get in, but since I guess it's later at night, I want to check out the game room. It's been a little while. I don't even know if it's still here, so I want to check it out real quick. It looks like it's still here. Let's take a look. There's the game room, the recharge station. Get your tickets here, recharge your card. It's a pretty decent sized game room. Still to this day, the biggest game room that Disney has ever had was the Contemporary Resort Hotel. Way back in the day on the first floor, they had an absolutely humongous arcade and a great place where you could get tickets for your games. You could use those tickets to buy snacks and prizes and things, and it was also part of the cafe area as well. You could go in and get snacks and drinks and food. That was a really cool arcade experience, but this one's a pretty decent size. But I'd say the one at the Contemporary Resort back in the day was probably, I don't know, 20 to 30 times bigger than this. It was huge. It's actually where the conference center is at Contemporary Hotel. We're going to do a review of the Contemporary Hotel. I'll show you where it was. Now the arcade is up on like the second or third floor, and it's much smaller. Brings back memories. We used to bring the kids into this arcade.
It really does.
Usually every time we booked a vacation package, you would get included like, I don't know, like $5 or $10 worth of arcade credits. So we would always use them. We'd always come down here and we'd bring the kids and play those arcade credits, and then usually paid more and got a few more extra credits and played here. So brings back memories. Get a little glimpse of Boatwright's dining hall and the cafeteria area. And over here is where you have the bicycles for hire. And you can also rent the boats here too. So they have like pontoon boats. They used to have small little boats as well. I don't know if they still have them. I don't see any in the water at the moment. But you can rent bicycles. You can do the Surrey bikes. cane pole fishing. Apparently there's a fireworks cruise and a guided bass fishing excursion. Those are new. I've never, those two, they didn't have either one of those back when we used to come here. But they always had the bicycles and the Surrey bikes. But it doesn't look like you can rent the boats right here. Huh. I don't know. Maybe they don't do the boats right now. Or maybe it's just not at this booth. I don't know. Here's the entrance to the Sassagoula Steamboat Company Disney transport that actually takes you to Disney Springs from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So you can actually go down there and you can get on your boat and it'll take you right over to Disney Springs. Quick glimpse of the Surrey bikes. Unfortunately, it's dark out here, but so you can't see them that great. But they have all the different bicycles right here and the Surrey bikes. We've actually rented these Surrey bikes, and I ain't gonna lie. We've rented them here, and I ain't gonna lie. They are very hard to pedal. So it is quite the workout. Quite the workout. Right out there, you can see the boat that takes you to Disney Springs. A few people getting off of there, a few people getting on. Right here, you can see all the different activities they have throughout the day. It's good to see that they still have the Toasty Snowman's campfire. I was afraid that that was gone because of COVID, but they still have the campfire over there on the Old Man's Island that you basically just get some marshmallows, a s'mores kit, and you can cook them up over the fire. But they also have a bunch of other stuff. They usually have, yeah, there's the movie, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. It's over there on the opposite side, over where the sort of old plantation style buildings are, directly across there. I'll go over and get a little view of them, but there's a courtyard in front of a couple of them, and usually one of those courtyards is where the movie will actually play. You can grab, you know, some blankets and hang out and lay down. It's a fun time. Let's check out Fulton's General Store. This is the general go-to area when you grab some donuts, some snacks and things for your room. It's actually a really nice store, reasonably priced. It's also a shortcut over to the buses, which we would frequently take because it's so hot in the summertime that getting back into this air conditioning and following this path back into your room was the best way to go. Well, it's a nice store. It's one of the larger stores inside the hotels. Right out here outside of Fulton's, in the front of Port Orleans Riverside, is actually the main bus terminal here. The main buses will come and pick you up right here. There are actually 4 bus stops at this hotel. There's north, south, east, and west. This is the best one to come to, no matter where you actually are in the resort, because the buses are pretty much guaranteed to come here. Some of the ones that are on the outer loop, you may wait for a while, and the buses don't always go to them, which can be frustrating. So highly recommend walking all the way over to this one. But as I said just a minute ago, we would come off of those buses there. We'd come off the buses that would drop you off right there. And then we would usually go straight for the main entrance here because we were hungry, we'd hit the cafeteria or whatnot. So the best way to come was through Fulton's General Store. Instead of going all the way over there to the main entrance, you can cut through Fulton's General Store, which is right outside the buses. Hello. Unfortunately, Fulton's closes at 11. So if you get here after 11, you can't cut through Fulton's. But if you do what I'm doing right now, which is cut through Fulton's store to head straight back to the main entrance area, and then in the nice, delicious air conditioning in the dead of summer. So
Look how cute this is. Tiana's my favorite. And look, it says Port Orleans Resort Riverside on it. And look at this little pillow she got. Show the back.
I think it's supposed to, yeah, it's a rainbow, I think. But it says a snuggly sort of day. Look how cute it is.
how much are they?
This one
This
is
is $36.99.
$35.
So these are 2 pieces of merchandise that I've never seen anywhere else, that
Yeah.
I've seen exclusively here at Fulton's. And they're so cute.
They are cute.
If you like Tiana and
mean-
you like Riverside, come in here.
It says Port Orleans Riverside on
Yeah.
it, so it's definitely an exclusive item.
I've never seen that.
And that pillow I've never seen either, yeah. This was my favorite area to come at Fulton's store because I'm all about the snacks and the food, and they got it all here. And I would usually grab a bunch of these babies right here for the early morning when you're going to the parks. And you don't want to, I mean, when you're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to hit to the parks to rope drop, you don't want to be messing around with eggs and bacon and toast and, things like that. You just want to grab some of those, put them in a baggie, and hit the road on your way to the park. So we always had those things squared away, and if you needed, we would stop here to get Band-Aids and things like that. So yeah, this place has it all. This is a really good store. They can get bread, peanut butter, things like that, chips. And they got lots of different snacks. So it's a good deal. You get pretty much get the hookup here. Let's check out the River Roost right here. So the River Roost is a cool little bar here. It actually has a guy here named Piano Bob. Well, I mean, it's not really his name, but basically Piano, everybody knows him as Piano Bob. And it's a little sort of lounge bar area where he comes and plays. And he was laid off for a while during COVID, but he's actually back now. There's been some of our YouTube vlogger friends who have done videos of him. We might catch him a little bit later if he's here. I think he probably is. So if we catch him, I'll get a quick clip of him. But he is awesome. His show is fantastic. And honestly, this hotel is not the hotel without him. So I'm so glad he's back. Coming down the main hallway here, Boatwright's Dining Hall. That's where we're going to be eating dinner in a little bit. I want to come up here and check out the cafeteria. Quick glimpse of the menu there. They got the bakery breakfast. They've got different things. I'm trying to see if they still have... I don't see it on the menu. One of my favorite things about this particular dining hall, they used to have a create your own pasta. And I'm trying to see if they still have it. I don't think they have it right now. I don't know if they're going to bring it back. Maybe it's just because of COVID. But I don't see it on the menu. It looks like you can still get like a chicken parm or pasta with meatballs, but you can't get the create your own pasta, and that was the best thing about this place. You could pick your noodles. They had like linguine noodles or spaghetti noodles, different types of noodles you could pick, and then you could pick your proteins. They had like shrimp and chicken and meatballs. Then you could pick all your ingredients, like sun-dried tomatoes and artichokes and all sorts of stuff you could put in it. They had red sauces, white sauces. It was basically, the create your own pasta was like the greatest thing they had here.
It's my favorite.
I mean, it was so good.
Oh, they don't have it anymore?
Yeah, they don't have it anymore. So,
oh, no.
I mean, maybe they'll bring it back after COVID. But, and you got a ton.
Yeah,
like you got a huge amount of pasta. And it was only like $10 or something or less.
It was really good.
And then you also got garlic bread with it. So it was
Yeah.
like such a great deal. What's up with this thing on my shoulder? But yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. And then they have like pizza and all kind of stuff, but I missed that. And then they also had a create your own salad over there, which I also don't see right now.
Yeah.
So like the two big things that we would have eaten here when we would come, they don't even have right now. So maybe they'll come back. But still, this is an awesome cafeteria dining area. They have a lot of choices. They got the mug wash right here to wash out your refillable mugs. Then they have obviously the drink bar here where you can get refillable drinks. They have hot chocolates, coffees, sodas, things like that. On both sides. This is just one side. There's another side over there that you can go to over there. They also have a little kids area right here where you can actually, there's always like a Disney movie or something going on there. It's a pretty good sized cafeteria, honestly. It's got a lot of space, and they need it because this is an absolutely huge resort. This place has 6 different pools. We have one major, massive pool in the center of the resort on Old Man's Island, which also has like a slide and everything. And then they have 5 other pools that are smaller. We call them the quiet pools because they're more reserved. There's usually not as many people at it. One of the things that I love about this dining room is throughout the day, they actually will have cast members, or at least they did. I don't know if they do it anymore. But they would actually have cast members come out throughout the day, and they would have you take your handkerchief and they'd have you spin it around while the music was playing. So there was a specific song that would come on. It was like down at the riverside, dum 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 dum, down at the riverside, down at the riverside. And people would like spin their napkins, and kids would dance around, and it would be like a little train of people. So it was always like a lot of fun here. So right outside this window, you can't really see it that well, but there's an old-timey water wheel right here. And this water wheel is actually connected to this machine on the inside here in the cafeteria that actually spins that pole there. You can kind of see it slightly spinning, goes all the way down there. And and that spins that little like sort of rooftop thing there. So it's pretty cool. It's all like connected. And I like how it like is outside. You can kind of see the water wheel spinning, and then it connects to this, and then I just love the feel here. It's all like old timey. All right, this place is giving me all the feels back. I'm dying to stay back at this hotel again. It's been a long time since I stayed here. We would stay here every year for weeks and weeks. Every year for weeks we would stay here, and then we stopped coming because of COVID and everything. We didn't get to come here a while, and we started actually coming with larger groups of people because like boyfriends and girlfriends, significant others, and so we had to start getting larger hotel rooms and suites and things like that they don't really have here, that we would have to start renting. So we had to stop coming here. But when it was just our immediate small family, this was our place that we would love to come to. Get a shot of Old Man Isle right here. This is the main swimming pool that I was talking about. And this gets really crowded in the summertime, the main pool here. It gets pretty crowded. It can be kind of hard to get a seat. But it's a lot of fun. There's like a little aisle here, place for the kids to play. Here's the main pool area here. There's also a Muddy Rivers bar right here where you can actually get some drinks, some snacks. And that's for the main pool here. This is the main pool, like I said, and it is actually a heated pool. So you can see there's people in here. It's a little chilly out tonight. Obviously, we're at Christmas time, and it's a little chilly, but there's still a lot of people in there. There's the slide I was talking about, the main slide that takes you in. But it is heated, so you can actually swim in here all year long. The one thing about this hotel that you're going to want to know about is there's a lot of walking. Like, there is no good way to stay at this hotel and not have to walk, right? Right. It don't matter what room you get. Now, there are preferred rooms that are literally directly to the right if you're facing the back side of the main cafeteria area. Directly to the right of that, those are the preferred rooms. And those are the closest to the main entrance that'll prevent you from having to walk as much. But no matter where you stay in this hotel, you're walking. You're walking a pretty good, and a lot of it's going to be outdoor walking. So that's just one of the things about this hotel that you have to understand. You're going to be outside walking a lot. It's not like the Riviera where everything's indoor and you're just like walking through comfortable, air-conditioned hallways. Like, you're going to be walking outside. But that's what I love about this hotel. Yeah. I like the fact that you're outside, you're walking around. It's a beautiful hotel. It's huge.
Peaceful.
Even though there's 1 billion people staying here, it's so big, it feels like not empty, but it feels like spread out. It feels like there's nobody else around you. You don't feel like overwhelmed. So it's actually nice because you're at the parks all day and you're super like crowded all the time to actually come back to your hotel and not feel like there's a lot of people around. Now you can go to the main Old Man Isle swimming pool where there's going to be a ton of people, or you can take one of the private pools, which I'll show here in just a minute. But again, that's a way to get away from people and have like a chill pool. So if you just want to like relax at the pool. One of my boys is up there about to jump off the bridge apparently into the alligator infested water. But it's a really cool, that's a good thing about this hotel. Just look at this. I mean, it's pretty dark, so it's not like the greatest view, but like it's so pretty. This waterway here. Like I said, you can rent boats and you can sail or drive or whatever it's called. I don't know when you're in a motorized boat, but like you can come up and down this river here. It's just really pretty. And I just love it's almost like a savanna feel. Like they've got the style, I don't know what kind of trees these are, but like the style of these trees that they have on property, and they have like the mossy stuff hanging down from them, just feels very like savannah to me. Feels like you're living in savannah. Here's one of the I'll call it more the quiet pool. So you can kind of just see, I'll start whispering because it's very quiet here. There's just like a couple of people chilling at the pool. You still have, there's a laundry over there. You can do your laundry. It's like, I don't know, a couple bucks to do your laundry. There's restrooms right there. But it's just a nice, like, quiet experience. Now, there's no bar over here. So, like, if you want, like, drinks and things like that, you can't really do that. But it's just, again, it's like a nice option to have. And there's 5 of these pools at this hotel spread around the property. So if this one's a little bit crowded or this one's a little bit further away from your room, there's probably another one, like on the other side of this other building, wherever you're staying, there's probably one that's a little bit closer to you and might be a little bit more quiet. So a huge benefit to staying at this hotel, in my opinion, is just being able to get away from people. I mean, look at this guy down here just sitting underneath a tree, chilling by himself. He's just relaxing. And we just tested the water here, even in the small, I call them the private quiet pools. The water was also heated. So all the pools here are heated. It doesn't matter. You don't have to go to the main pool. So this is one of the large courtyard areas I was talking about. That's kind of like in between like these giant like U-shaped buildings, if you will. There's a nice little gazebo there. The one that's a little bit further down that way, which I'm not going to go to, but basically it has just mostly grass out here, and that's where they do the movies after dark. This one isn't the spot because it has this walkway in the middle, but there's one a little bit further down, which is actually where they do the movies after dark. And you basically just grab your blankets, you know, whatever you want to do, lay on the grass, and they have the movie projected on a big screen. It's just a fun time for the family. See all these pathways like this. They have these wide paths that serpentine all throughout the property, and they're very good for the Surrey bikes, which are, you know, pretty wide. But you can also rent bicycles, and you're allowed to just kind of ride the bicycles and the Surreys all throughout the property. Take a look at this tree here. You see this tree right in front of me? There's also another tree just like this one over near the entrance of Riverside. And it was basically transplanted on April 22nd, 1991. So it was placed here, and then Old Man Isle was actually built, this whole island was built around this tree. Isn't that cool? Next to the playground I was talking about, there's the campfire on the bayou. Held nightly from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., weather permitting. And this is where they have the campfire. So right here, this will be lit, obviously, and you can get some s'mores. You can make some s'mores, marshmallows, things like that, roast them on the open fire. It's just a fun little experience. So you can see that this side of the resort is styled slightly differently. But it is different from what I just showed, which is like more of the plantation style. So the plantation style, the white buildings, the architecture over there is referred to as Magnolia Bend area for New Orleans. And this is the Alligator Bayou section. So it's a slightly different style of buildings, but I will tell you that the actual rooms inside are the same. So same shapes and sizes and amenities, aside from some of the more expensive rooms, but like the standard rooms are pretty much the same regardless of which building you're in. Now, one notable exception to that is the Princess and the Frog, Tiana rooms. So they're called deluxe rooms here at the resort, and they're actually themed as Tiana, Princess and the Frog. They're a little bit more expensive than the standard rooms that you would find. So they're a little bit different. So right here you can actually see the numbers. So we've got Alligator Bayou Lodges 14, 15, and then closer like 16, 17, 18. These are the buildings that we would actually request because we stay here so many times. We knew the best spot to stay, and that's these buildings behind me. And they are literally right up there. You can see the main entrance, the main sort of building structure with the cafeteria and the restaurants and everything. We would request these rooms. We would request staying in these buildings, and they always gave it to us for years and years and years. Unfortunately, Disney eventually caught on, and then they started calling these preferred rooms and charging more money. So unfortunately, we took advantage of it as long as we possibly could, until Disney caught on and started charging a lot more money for them, and then we just said, forget it. We'll just pay for the standard rooms. Wherever we end up is where we ended up, which resulted in a little bit more walking, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I see Piano Bob gearing up to perform. Let me get a shot of him. There he is, warming up, getting ready to go on. It's exciting.
How am I doing so far? I'm checking on you. Jumping up and down and waving their arms in the air. We ain't scared. We're gonna have a party tonight. I need help, Alice.
All right, here we are hanging out at Boatwright's dining hall. We just ordered. I hear Piano Bob over around the corner there playing his little shindig. We just ordered. I got the prime rib. I'm excited. There's also cornbread going to be coming, which I'm excited about. I got the prime rib. She got,
I got French onion soup for my meal and fried okra, but that's what I wanted.
which I'm jealous of because I wanted to get the French onion too, but I didn't get it.
I got the prime rib. I got the prime rib.
I got the Nashville Hot Chicken because I love spicy stuff.
I got the chef's platter. What comes on that? It's gonna be brisket. You're gonna get the Nashville Hot Chicken. You get ribs. You get mac and cheese, green beans, mashed potatoes, sweet corn. Is that it? Yeah, sweet corn. I think that's about it. And and it's all you can eat. So,
All you can eat.
I'll be picking out the things that I like and then getting more of the things that I do like. So as you can tell, southern, sort of southern inspired cooking here. They also got the French onion soups as well for their appetizer. She got it for her meal, which I'll be sneaking. I'll be sneaking a taste of it because I love French onion soup. Oh my goodness, the cornbread with she said the honey butter in the middle just showed up. Oh yum. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. It's like a big pat of butter. I thought it was like a little tray or something with some honey in it, but it's like a big pat of butter with honey and some delicious looking cornbread. Oh yeah, this is about to be popping right here.
I cheated.
She started chomping down on hers.
I got excited.
I was like, oh, I guess I'm not starting a video. Cornbread, it's warm. It's got the honey butter.
The texture is perfect. It's like my mom used to make it. That sounds so cliche what people say, but it's the exact texture of my mom's cornbread that I grew up on eating all the time, and I took for granted because now I never eat it.
I gotta tell you, her mom knows how to make food. Oh, her mom can cook. I miss your mom's cooking since we moved from Cincinnati to here.
Yeah, I'm jealous. All my family in Ohio gets to celebrate me.
Yeah, they're gonna be eating all that cooking tomorrow for Christmas.
You're cooking.
Yeah, we'll eat my cooking. I mean, mine'll be good, but it's not like your mom's food.
What are we eating, omelets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the omelets and waffles and all that stuff. Hey, we got 2 giant loaves. I said loaves. Loaves. And big old giant pads of butter. Oh man, there's the all-you-can-eat platter. So you get as much of that as you want. You just keep telling them to send it back. That looks like the brisket, the ribs, the corn, mac and cheese mashed, sausage and Nashville hot chicken and green beans. And she got the Nashville hot chicken. That looks pretty good. Oh man, and here's my prime rib. That looks awesome. Mashed potatoes, green beans, yum. How's the French onion soup?
It's good. It's salty, and I like salty. My favorite kind is.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, and I got okra. Max accidentally took my fork, so I can't really get any on my fork yet because she's bringing me another one. But I love fried okra. I already tried it. It's very good.
Here's my prime rib there. Yum. I got a little horseradish cream on it. I love prime rib. It's so good. Oh man, look at that. Look at that crispy. It's some sort of coffee, something or other it said, like crust on it.
Max likes his.
Oh my goodness.
He says the fat is good, which is the part I cut off of meat, and he isn't. And that's where all the flavor is, though. So.
Is it good? I don't know what this crusty stuff is on the outside of this prime rib. I think on the menu it said something about. It said something about coffee. It said it's seasoned with a coffee chicory blend. I don't know, but whatever that crusty stuff is, popping. It's like a little salty, but it has like a really good spicy. I don't know, flavor. It's good. You want to try that spice?
Yeah, it's good.
Yum.
It's spicy. It's very spicy.
It's spicy, but man, it's so good. Anyway, this is popping. All right, so I want to get some reviews. So, Weena, how was the Nashville Hot Chicken?
It was amazing. It wasn't, not to me, it wasn't very spicy at all. But honestly, it was some of the best chicken I've ever had. Quality, spices, everything.
How was your French onion soup?
French onion soup was good.
Was good?
Yeah.
My prime rib was popping.
Max
It was
loved
good.
his.
So they had some delicious desserts in there as well. They had like a Mississippi mud creme brulee. They had a pecan pie cheesecake. And then they had, a banana cream bread pudding, which all sounded delicious. But instead, we actually came over here to the cafeteria and got their apple blossom with vanilla ice cream,
Best dessert here.
warm apple pie a la mode. Check this thing out. Yum.
So good.
Because it's very nostalgic to us.
Yeah, I used to get it all the time.
We used to get it all the time, so and it's really good. It's like super apple-y, like sweet, but then it's like the vanilla ice cream on it, and it's only like $5 or
Yeah, it
something.
was $4
So
something.
yeah, it's like $4 and something. So it's really good. So yeah. So my review of the restaurant. I thought the restaurant was awesome. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So, fun fact, we've probably stayed at this hotel. We've stayed at this hotel at least,
lot.
I'd say 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks per year for at least 15 or so years. Out of all that time we've stayed here, we've never eaten at that restaurant. I don't know why. We've just never eaten at it. The 5 of us, it was $200.
Yeah.
But now I will tell you, the food was awesome. It doesn't have a huge menu though.
No.
Now I don't know if that's
Doesn't.
because of COVID or if
Yeah.
that's how it always has been. But there was not a lot of things on the menu. Maybe like 6 entree choices,
Yeah.
a couple of sides. So I think if you
The kids
like
menu had a lot.
the kids menu, I was like, can I
They
order
had
from
a
the kids
lot.
menu?
They
They had
a
like
lot
chicken
of
fingers and
choices.
fries. I was like,
Yeah.
they had a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
We ended up actually getting some side dishes that were only on the kids menu, like
Yeah.
mac and cheese instead of like,
Yeah.
green
and they do
beans
have
or
French
whatever.
fries. That's not on the menu, but they do have them.
So, and the fries were good.
Yeah.
They were like thick
Very.
cut fries. So, I think if you like any of the things on the menu interest you, it's worth going to because all of those things were good. Everything we ate was good, like
Yeah.
really good, and really honestly worth the price. I felt like the price was about right for the quality of the food. But if the menu doesn't appeal to you, it's not worth going to because again, they don't have a lot of choices. So they didn't have anything for like. So if you have some eaters in your group that are like, I want like burgers, they didn't even have a burger. So I think that's kind of like hit or miss for like how flexible your party might be for the restaurant. But if everybody in your party thinks there's something on that menu that looks good to them, I definitely say give it a shot because it's worth it. It's really good. Well, that was awesome. That was such a blast. Like it was so fun to go back to Port Orleans Riverside. It was like I can't even begin to explain to you. It finally feels like Disney to me again because we got to hang out at our old romping ground and it's been closed. So I've been so sad about it. So it was awesome. Boatwright was awesome. Walking through memory lane, going through all the stuff. Now we're going to we'll probably book a trip here. Actually, like we'll do like a staycation here at some point. And we'll review the actual rooms and things like that. But we did want to at least get a glimpse since we were here to eat anyway. So thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for another great episode tomorrow. Until then,
The Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
bye bye everybody.